Hello everyone, this is Roger Mansourian with Vantage Home Loans. I'm checking in with you guys because I'm going to make a video series to kind of educate and show you guys what it's kind of like behind the scenes when you're getting a mortgage. So I have been in the mortgage industry for over 10 years and I've closed and worked on over $100 million worth of loans. 10 years in the business. So I just want to kind of bring you some insight on what's kind of happening behind the scenes when you're getting a mortgage. One of the first things that happens, so when you're getting a loan, whether you're a first-time homeowner or you've bought several properties, this is supposed to bring some insight on what's happening behind the scenes, especially if you're a first-time homeowner. This is going to give you a lot of insight on what it's like to get a loan. Okay, so the first thing that happens when you're getting a mortgage is we have to collect the loan application. So that's your basic information: name, social, date of birth, address, job history, work history, residence history, and things like that. So the loan application is about 4 pages, and page 1 is your basic information. So we're gonna ask for a lot of stuff from you, okay? Blood type, place of birth, your firstborn. No, I'm just kidding about that. We're not gonna ask you about that. But it's gonna be a lot of information. It's kind of a drag, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so that would be page 1 of the loan application. Page 2 is your work history. The bank wants to see that you've been working for 2 straight years. So they want a 2-year work history. If you haven't been working for the last 2 years, let's say you're in school and you finished school and you started a job and you've been working for 3 months, that's okay. So there are exceptions that can be made depending on if you have less than a 2-year work history. There are exceptions, like if you're in school. Besides gathering your information, your work history, and things like that, the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to collect your income documentation. Work information, so your pay stubs, your W-2s, your tax returns, your bank statements. We're going to calculate your income based off of that. So that's the next thing that happens. The next thing we do is pull your credit. Okay, so we check your credit report. We pull it from a specific source. So you can't like send us your Credit Karma or anything like that. We have to pull your credit on our end, and it's a complete credit history, which we then, we provide you a copy of your credit report so you can see what's on there too. So we're gonna see your complete credit history, every single credit card you've ever had, every single loan you've ever taken out, if you've had a mortgage, your addresses that you've lived at, any addresses that you've been associated with, whether you rented or whatever, it's gonna be on your credit report. Okay, so we get your credit report and we have to go off of the score that's on that report, and that's gonna determine what interest rate you get. Okay, so we'll talk about like improving your credit and stuff like that on a different video, but we pull your credit. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just gonna tell you that we pull your credit report ourselves and go off of that. We order title and escrow. Okay, so what we do is we contact the title company that we work with, and we get a title history of the house that you want to buy or the house that you currently live in, and if you want to refinance. So we get a title report. What a title report is, it shows any liens or debts, first loans, second loans, collections, or anything like that that might be tied to the property, is going to come up on the preliminary title report. So that's another thing that we do behind the scenes that you guys probably don't see, but we have to work with title, get a copy of your title report to make sure there are no, and to make sure what liens there are, what debts there are on your property, and because those all need to be paid. We need to pay off all the debt. If you're buying a house, you want to make sure that when you buy that house, there's no other liens on it. And the other thing we do is we contact an escrow company. An escrow company is gonna, what they're gonna do is they're gonna mediate the transaction. They're gonna handle the money. And so when you get a new loan, the money goes to escrow. Escrow sends the money to the seller. But we have to find out what the fees are for the transaction. So escrow company will tell us what the fees are gonna be, which we disclose to the buyer or the person who's doing a refinance. After we collect all the information from the borrower, we collect all the information from title, we collect all the information from escrow. Then what we do is we put all that stuff together Our processor puts all that stuff together and submits it to the bank. We have to register your loan. When we register your loan, you'll get an email saying, hey, so-and-so, Aaron Nosler, we just want to make sure you're applying for this loan, okay? They'll send you an email, you click, you say, yes, I confirm, I want to get this loan, and then your loan goes to underwriting. Thank you so much for watching this video. All these videos are going to be posted on my YouTube page, Vantage Home Loans. So if you just go to YouTube and type Vantage Home Loans, these videos will all come up. You can reference them later in the future. And what I'm also going to be doing is I'm going to bring on people who handle other parts of the process. So we'll bring on our processor. You'll get to meet our processor, Kyle, who works on our loans. You'll get to meet our title reps, Emily and Christina, who work on our loans, and Kara. So you'll meet them. You'll meet everyone that goes into helping you buy your first house or your next house or refinance your house. So you're gonna meet all the people that come together to make this happen for you guys. So thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Vantage Home Loans, and be on the lookout for episode number 2, which is gonna talk about underwriting and conditions once your loan is approved.